Welcome back to building the fastback after what, 3 times now? We're finally getting into it. Let's get it. It's been a couple weeks since this thing had that bent valve, and we've gone through a lot. So let's go ahead and take a look. This is basically the driver's head is off. We have all the ARP studs here, and I finally got the head back from the machine shop. It looks good. So now Edwin from Top Notch Performance is on his way right now. We're gonna go ahead and assemble the full entire head. We're gonna degree the cams. We're gonna put everything back together, or at least Top Notch is. I'm just gonna record here for you guys, to be completely honest. And then hopefully we can finally get this thing running long term and it'll be good to go. So let's wait for Top Notch to arrive and we'll go from there. I don't plan on going too high with this thing. 800 horsepower is the goal though. You'll have a lot of the 800 Z06.
800 horsepower.
Dude, that thing slices through air.
The only thing is just the header.
It's as down as it best as it can, I believe. Nice.
That shit heavy.
Yeah, it's a workout for sure.
It's heavy. Alright. So let me just start removing cams and all that other stuff.
Okay. Alright, we got the, or Edwin put the head on with the torquing sequence. 35 foot-pounds gonna be with the ARP recommended, and then 70 right after, and 100. Got it all locked down. Got 3 new rocker arms with lifters, just because the previous ones also were cracked with it. Now that we have that, we're gonna put the cams on, tidy her up, and it should be a-okay. Let's get it. Got the cams in, time to put the cam locks right on top. And here the difference between the HD, the heavy duty MMR chains compared to the stock. We're gonna go ahead and swap them out along with the MMR lockouts and the MMR tensioner. So the material is gonna be stronger, hopefully it lasts a long time. And essentially right here is also where we got the MMR tensioner and tension over there. So we're gonna go ahead and put it back, time it, and that should be the next thing before we put everything together. We finally got the hood back on the 68 Fastback. It's been what, like 15 months since I put this hood back in, and finally it looks like a classic Mustang. But check this out, I still cannot believe my eyes. We have a Coyote in a 1968 Mustang. That is absolutely absurd. I still can't believe that we actually made this happen, and we're pretty much 99% done. The tune is gonna be the very last thing, and in order to get the tune, we have to get a custom intake so that we can actually drive this thing with the hood on. So I don't know if you guys remembered in the past videos, but just as a joke, Top Notch Performance and I put the intake just like that, as low as like a unicorn, because it didn't have a hood, and this thing is just way too wide to put it all the way where it's supposed to be, which is gonna be right here. And as you guys could tell, it just does not fit, because this is from a 2011 Mustang GT, and this engine bay is so tiny, we had to cut the strut towers off to get this motor inside. In order to get a proper tune, and in order to get the hood back onto the Mustang, I got a custom cold air intake that we're gonna be installing today. And then after I get that installed, SMP is gonna come over and we're gonna get it tuned. So that's the plan for the day. Cannot wait to get this started. Let me show you what I got. So it's pretty straightforward. There's lots of kits out there that make custom cold air intakes for Coyote swap classic Mustangs, and it's just basically a tube. I think it's 4 inches, and it's a 90-degree angle, which let me go ahead and mock up what it's gonna look like. And as you guys could see here, it's pretty straightforward, and don't mind the silver. I do want to powder coat this. Edwin from Top Notch actually said that once when I get this installed, just to bring it over, we're going to powder coat it black so it looks very nice. I don't know what it is, just the silver throws it off. But I did already mark it out where it needs to be because we don't want this filter to be a hot air intake. So let's just say if I were to have the filter right here, it would be soaking up all the hot air from the headers that are sitting right there. Vice versa, you could also put it down in that hatch. But to be honest, I want the coldest air possible. So what we're going to do is just drill into this fender so that it sucks up all of the air within the fender and not the air from the header. So that's essentially what the game plan is. I pretty much marked it. Pretty straightforward from there, making sure that there's clearance all around, which there is. And as soon as I get this cut, it should fit in like a glove. We'll put this together and she'll be ready to tune with the hood on, and it's actually going to look very clean. Would you check this out? Nice clean cut. Now we have an entranceway here for the cold air intake, and pretty clean cut. So shout out to Edwin from Top Notch Performance for telling me this idea. But essentially we got this rubber guard. This is the same rubber guard that you use to seal your door shut, but in this case here we're going to be using it for the circle. Essentially it has this groove that you can go about putting thin things into. This would essentially be your door, and if you just go ahead and squeeze it into where we cut, this is going to protect that very, very sharp edge we just made with this rubber so that it doesn't provide any false knock to the intake, it doesn't cause any rattling or anything like that. But this is a great idea from Edwin, and basically just squeezes, I got it cut to fit, squeezes right in, and we should be solid. So let me just measure this out and test fit. And just like that, we got ourselves a nice cold air intake. I'm just mocking this up just in case I have to make adjustments here and there with these bolts, particularly pointed upwards, just in case, you know, we gotta just tighten it up, loosen it up, whatever it may be, adjust it. And let me show you guys underneath here, which is pretty cool as well. We got it sticking right there, which is perfect. I do need to get a wheel well for this, but this is right where we want it to be, right by the wheel. It's gonna get some nice fresh air and everything that it needs to not overheat by those heaters. I'm gonna get this thing blocked off as well, but this came out perfect. Today's the day. I'm so nervous. Out of 15, 16 months of building this thing, having 2 engine failures, this being the 3rd one, she's all up and running. I honestly have no idea what to say. I called the tow truck. We're gonna get the car over to S&P. I'm feeling very optimistic, but I also am extremely nervous of what's gonna go on. The car runs absolutely perfect. The motor runs absolutely perfect. I'm crossing my fingers S&P can work his magic, work out the air to fuel, tighten everything up, tell us anything that's going wrong right away so that we're not going at this blind. Essentially, I put the car on the ground, took the jacks away. I also put the wheel back on finally here. We're gonna do a startup. I'm gonna move it in this area so the tow truck guy can come pick it up. But she's ready. I'm really hoping for the best with this, honestly. Sergio from S&P, he's been a huge help with everything here. He diagnosed and actually found the issue wrong with the last motor. Now he's gonna take this, he's gonna tune it to perfection, which I'm hoping everything goes perfect. Now there will be little hiccups. I am expecting there to be small hiccups here and there with the suspension, car, steering, whatever it may be, because I still haven't really driven this thing. That I'm not worried about. I'm just worried about the motor being healthy, temps being good, oil pressure being good, timing being good, horsepower being good, cam lockouts being good, and we are hoping for no bent valves. So let's go ahead and fire her up, move it out here, wait for the tow truck, and let's get it. I don't know if I should keep this part for like a reminder of how far we've come or get rid of it as bad luck. I don't know, but let's go ahead and fire her up. We're not gonna put the fans on, we're just gonna start her up. Make sure she's in neutral, just in case. Good, motor sounds good. Let's go ahead and bring her out here. Well, she's out for the tow truck to come pick her up. That went okay, at least. Off the car goes. Perfect timing, literally. I pulled it out and tow truck guy came, so. Let's get over to S&P spot right now. She needs a wash, it's been way too long. Nice detail, I actually ordered a detail for her this upcoming week, actually, so she's gonna be looking spick and span. We're here at SMP Performance here in Huntington Beach. Love to see a tuner in my city here. We got Beverly. He's already connected to the car. We're gonna get some data logs, some analysis, and he's gonna tell us what's up. So let's go ahead and check it out. Got some nice wheels there, beadlocks. I need my beadlocks for the vet. These are, I think, are 17 inches. Man, Mickey Thompson ET Street R. Got these on the Shelby GT500. Best tire, I would say, for high horsepower cars on the street. Big old parachute. Got the Hulk. Looking good. GT500 hood. I was about to get this for my GT500, my 2014, but got the cowl instead. I believe last time he had a pop, but it wasn't put together, so. Let's see what
we were thinking about making more passes, but I kind of like overlooked something kind of critical.
Okay.
I forgot to bolt down the digital display, so when he took off, it went flying.
Oh, damn. Damn. Jeez, look at that. Huge. Is this a 5 liter or?
Yeah.
5 liter. These look so good. What turbo size on this
180.
thing? 180s? Okay. I love the aluminum. This thing looks good. Trying to go fast. Hit up SMP. This setup is absolutely insane. See, that's...
I went underneath the brake pedal. Thank God. It didn't break the screen, dude.
Jeez, yeah, I bet that's pretty expensive, huh?
Yeah,
Jeez, dude, this thing is gutted down to 3,000 pounds. Originally, these are what, 3,800?
Yeah, like 38.
3,800 pound loss on this thing. Hulk went on a diet and man, it's paying off. Check out some more cool builds that he has here in the shop. It looks like this one is getting a supercharger and oil pump gear. Looking good. Getting in surgery. We got the Hulk and then we got this one. Let's go check outside. There's some pretty cool cars he's tuning. This is nice desert tan, beige. I like this color a lot. There was one more, but I don't know where that guy went, so we'll see. SMP just loaded up the tune. It's idling, it's warming. He wants me to go on a 5 to 10 minute drive. We're gonna take it around. Hopefully everything goes well, crossing my fingers. I'm excited, I'm nervous, I'm anxious. Let's get to it. The throttle is sensitive. SMP really put in that juice. Just to check my coolant temp, make sure it doesn't go anything too crazy here. But that's what we have. He said to go about 20 minutes this time. I'm just gonna drive. Hopefully everything goes well. I'll monitor the situation if anything does go down. We'll go from there. I'm still nervous, but hopefully we're almost there. Just finished up the final revision here. For the time being, we're not doing anything crazy, no full throttle pulls, because we're still braking in the motor. So we're done. We're gonna head on home. I'm gonna drive her back. And a huge shout out to SMP, guys. If you want any Coyote tuning, any Coyote work here in Southern California, hit him up and he'll go ahead and set you right here like he did here with me. So again, thank you so much, SMP. I will go ahead and fire her up, drive her home. We're driving and it feels so good to be back on the road with this thing. It's very loud. I don't know if you guys could hear me that well, but we're going to a spot. We're gonna talk about it a little bit more and then we'll end the video, so let's get to it. Guys, we did it. Finally, we got the Coyote fastback. back up and running. I am so excited. Now we're gonna have a lot of fun with this thing. Check this thing out. Everything went very well to plan. As of now, I'm gonna be doing the break-in period. I'm going to be basically looking out after everything. We built this thing from the ground up. There are gonna be some loose bolts. There's gonna be some leaking fuel lines that we saw. There are gonna be some things we're just gonna have to readjust. There might be things that need to get swapped out. But for now, this is where the fun gets, where we're gonna just dive into this thing. But so far, we got a Coyote in here. When it comes to interior, everything came out pretty well here. I do have to fix a lot of things. Let me get this out so I don't, my battery doesn't die. But yeah, basically that's the outside. So I need to get this bolted down. I do want to get sound deadening so that it does not sound so loud, because in this cockpit it is very, very loud. I do have to fix the pedals because I do still have the automatic pedal, but that's pretty cool because I have an automatic brake with the manual clutch. The full-on automatic to manual transformation was a success. It's crazy. This was my first time ever converting an automatic to a manual where it needs to be. So next we also have the gauges. For right now, just the fuel gauge works, but I did get the Dakota dash. Basically, this gets wired up to the Coyote. I do plan on moving that to the rear as well. And then I want to get like a sound system in the back. I want to do so much. New interior, new seats. We're going to be doing a lot of things with interior, so stay tuned for that. But we're going to take it one step at a time. But I also need to get this steering column fixed because a lot of you guys have been mentioning to get that fixed. And yes, I do need to get the steering column fixed ASAP. That's going to be on one of my first orders to get. I need to get the safety things that are important, we're going to do first. I promise you that. There's also the manual fan switch. I want to do it to automatic. So I want when accessories turn on to the fans turn on. I did get a big old sign to remind me every single time I start up the car to make sure I turn the fan on, because I do not want this thing to overheat, and I have to remember to turn it on. So that's one thing we're gonna add to the car as well, so it's all automatic. I can't believe how low this is. That is extremely low. And then I don't know if you guys can see as well, the exhaust is hanging pretty low. At least the left one is. They're not symmetrical. We do need to basically redo the full entire exhaust. We did it on the ground. We need to get this thing on a lift to really get the exhaust straight. So that's gonna be another thing we're gonna have to get. But the exhaust sounds pretty good. I still got that classic rumble, the stage 3 cams, the long tube headers, the pipes H pipe, and then the pipes violator keeps that old school aggressive, which is pretty cool because I've never heard a Coyote sound like a classic motor, which is pretty badass. So the fuel system has a tiny bit leak that we need to fix. Just for now, I have a towel here. It's drenched in fuel, but essentially I already got the fitting. I just need to get it installed. That's very important because we don't want anything catastrophic to happen, God forbid. Yeah, that's definitely not the safest, but I promise you I'm gonna fix it most likely tomorrow. I already have the part and I just need to do the install, but for now, just for the drive home, we are gonna be a-okay. I have a fire extinguisher just in case. When it comes to dress up, I do want to make this thing pretty. I love aluminum, as you guys know. This, although, is gonna be powder coated black, but I do want to do some engine dress up, maybe some covers. When you open up the hood, you only see the motor, so I want to get covers for all of those accessories in the back, and then the radiator and the computer. I want all this hidden, so basically it's just the Coyote and the Coyote only. Now I want to know, what kind of content do you guys want to see on this car? I'm gonna do a full review. I'm gonna basically do building this full entire car in 10 minutes video. I'm gonna be doing some more drive around, some POVs. I'm gonna do some more parts that I still have to get installed. But what content do you guys want to see down below? Let me know, man. This thing is looking sweet. I am gonna have to get this thing detailed very soon because this thing deserves all of the nice glory here, man. Guys, and I did just drop some merch. This is by far my favorite design I've ever had, as well as the quality. The quality is gonna be by far the best I've ever had. This is the first design. I'm also gonna put the other design here. Make sure to check it out in the bio. I got the signature up here with the classic in flames. I got the year 1968, and of course, we have the fastback as the main event. We have the racing, and you do get the faded vintage style, and it's kind of loose, it's kind of casual. I've been wearing this non-stop. It's very comfortable, and I absolutely love it. So make sure to grab some merch. I'll greatly appreciate it, guys. This design is the Coyote. It's very, very similar, but it's also a pretty cool design. I'd greatly appreciate it if you guys go ahead and grab some merch. It'll be down in the description in my bio. Again, thank you so much. And that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for everything you guys have done. I appreciate it. I'm very, very excited to bring you guys some more content. Make sure to subscribe and like down below, guys. Grab some merch. This is gonna be the merch here for the Classic. I also have 2 designs. Check out the website down below. I'd greatly appreciate it if you go ahead and get some merchandise there. I'm gonna see you guys on the next one. I'm out. Deuces.